Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to part 4 of our turtle graphics video. If you missed out on the last 3, no worries. You can either copy all of this code right here. So here, I'll start from the top, go ahead and pause it. Or you can just watch the first 3 videos. So, I mean, I don't really mind, but we're going to move over today. Okay, so let's see, what we did in the last video is we put our turtles behind a starting line. We actually have to put their pen down because, you know, putting their pen down is the equivalent as them turning their cars on, ready to, you know, go fast. Go fast. So we'll make sure they have their pen down and ready to go. You know, it's kind of like their foot on the accelerator. They're ready to just fly off the stoplight. We calculated total distance based on where we place our turtles on the map, and we created 2 variables that are going to keep track of how far each turtle, you know, Lonely Boy and Lonely Boy's girlfriend have traveled. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to create a list, and this list is going to store different possible speeds. And by speed, I don't necessarily mean like how fast they're going. But it's going to represent how fast they're going. All it is going to be is how much distance they move. So like 100 pixels, 200 pixels, 50 pixels. But I'm just going to call it speeds. So I'll create a list, call it speeds, and we'll throw in different numbers, right? So we'll throw in 5. So out of 820, one of the possible speeds or one of the possible distances could be 5, which would suck because that's very small. We'll do 5, 25, 50, 75, and 100. We'll start off right there, you know, very simple. And the way we're going to have these turtles race is, you know, we want to try to make it as fair as possible. So we're going to try to randomize this. So, you know, at the very start of the race, we're going to be like, hey, Lonely Boy, I want you to pick a random number in this list, any one of them, and move forward that much. All right, good. Now that you've moved, hey, Lonely Boy's girlfriend, you need to catch up. So pick a random number in this list and move forward by that much. And that's all. That's how we're going to simulate our race. So now that we have our list, let's just go ahead and, you know, test it out. Actually, we're going to need to import random. So if you've never used random is a library in Python, and it has a bunch of different functionality in it. The method that we're going to be using is a method called random choice, and random choice takes you know, an interval. It takes some list. In this case, you could take a dictionary or, you know, just any collection of items. So it's taking this collection and it's going to pick a random number one, or a random element, right? So one of these. Okay, stop messing around, Hunter. Okay, so let's test it out. So we're going to say, hey, Lonely Boy, I want you to go forward one of these random numbers, right? So to do that, all we have to say is random.choice, and then inside parentheses, you see it takes a sequence. What sequence? Well, this sequence. So we'll pass in speeds. Whoops. And let's actually print out. We'll say we'll create a variable for this. So we'll say Lonely Boy speed is going to be equal to random.choice speed. And instead of saying that in here, we'll just say Lonely Boy speed. Okay, and then let's actually print out what this speed is so we can see it, because we're not going to really be able to tell the difference between 25 and 50. And we're not going to keep this. We're just, for the sake of understanding what it's doing, we're going to keep it in right now. So if we run this, there we go. Look at it. So look at it. It randomly moved 100 pixels, and you could even see it right here. Boom, it went forward 100 pixels. And we'll exit out. We'll try to do this again, see if it gives us a different value. Okay, nice. So it gave us 50 this time, you see. So it's just going to be giving us random values, and our turtle's going to be moving at that. Oh wow, look at that. It's you know, it's doing right. Let's see if we can get a 0. Okay, we got 25 again. Just wanted to make sure You didn't think it was just decreasing, and it actually is random. Wow, we have surprisingly gotten almost every single choice. Okay, 50 again. Okay, that's enough. So we're gonna do the exact same thing. I'm gonna get rid of this print statement. We don't really need it. We're gonna do the same exact thing for Lonely Boy's girlfriend. All right, so we're gonna say Lonely Boy's girlfriend's speed is also gonna be a random choice. It's not gonna be the same random choice, so that's why we're not using the same variable. Otherwise, you know, it would always be a tie. So they'd be moving at the same rate. So we're gonna say, hey, pick another random variable and move forward by whatever number that is, right? So move forward by Lonely Boy girlfriend's speed. And let's go ahead and test this out. Let's see what we get. You know what? We're gonna throw in a gimme 200. We might get rid of that because, you know, it could make the race really short. And it did not work. Why didn't I? Oh, maybe because it got 5. I bet it got 5, and you can't even tell. Let's run that again. You're seeing that's what's gonna make this. Let's run it one more time, and if we still don't see it. Okay, so it was probably getting like 5 as its choice. And that's what's gonna make this race, you know, interesting. This is gonna be the this is what's gonna make the race interesting. So we're essentially what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw this inside of a loop, and there might be cases where one or the other or both of them are getting 5, you know, 5, 5, 5, 25, 5, 5, 25, 25, 5, and they're just barely moving, and it's going to slow the race down a lot. Or maybe just one of the turtles is getting like really, really low numbers, and the other one is getting like 175, 200, 200, 100, and they're going to fly to the end of the finish line. So actually what we want to do now is once they go forward whatever random distance, we want to add that distance to their total, right? Because we want to keep track of how far they've moved. So we're going to say Lonely Boy's distance. Lonely Boy distance is going to be plus or equal to Lonely Boy's speed. So whatever distance they went forward. We're going to do the same exact thing for Lonely Boy's girlfriend. So it's going to be plus or equal to Lonely Boy's girlfriend's speed. And we're just going to throw this in a loop. So we're going to say something like, hey, while their distance, so Lonely Boy's distance, is less than or equal to 820, right? So while Lonely Boy is behind 820, which is the finish line, or Lonely Boy's girlfriend distance is less than or equal to 820. So while either one of them, so Lonely Boy distance or Lonely Boy girlfriend distance is less than 820, so as long as either of them are behind that, go ahead and, you know, run through this really quick. And we're also going to print this out just so we can see it. So we'll print out lonely. I really messed that up in the first video. I hope people don't catch that. Lonely Boy distance. And we're going to see it increase. It's just going to be Lonely Boy distance. And we're going to do the same thing for Lonely Boy's girlfriend, just so we can see how their speeds or how their distances increase. And then I believe that looks good. Did I misspell this? Oh, it's Lonely Boys. Okay, let's run it. Let's run it. We're making great progress into this video. Ah, look at that. Okay, so it stopped. Oh no, it just glitched out. Okay, so they went a little farther than they should have, but yeah. So we can actually, this is why I wanted to print it out so we can see this. So started at 25, they both actually got 25, and then Lonely Boy actually got 200, while, you know, his girlfriend got 50, so on. Then they got, okay, so this is where it's interesting. So we said 820, right? So 820, so right now Lonely Boy's at 770, Or actually, let's do this one. Oh wow, this is weird. Why didn't that work? Lonely Boy's girlfriend got the 830, and the loop did not break. So while Lonely Boy's distance is less than or equal to, or I'm gonna take this one out also just because that one's kind of annoying. Let's see, why didn't it break out? I don't think they need to be wrapped in parentheses. Should be fine. But you know, just to amuse me, we're gonna try it again and see what we get. All right, maybe that did work. So look at that. Now it's still kind of difficult to see who won, right? Like who really crossed the finish line, because you know, Lonely Boy could have been right here at the at 790 or at like 8, you know, 795, like right behind the line, and Lonely Boy's girlfriend could have been at like right here, and then boom, she got like a 201, and then like Lonely Boy just got like 5. So it's kind of difficult to see who won. So that's why I also had this log, this like print, and we have Lonely Boy at this distance at 805, and Lonely Boy's girlfriend. Okay, so Lonely Boy was at 705, girlfriend was at 770, and it looks like girlfriend got a 50. So we're actually, let's change that then. So not less than or equal to, just less than. So if they're at 819, let's just call it game, right? One of them won. So let's see if we can see a different race now. Oh, maybe I should exit out of this. Okay, so they kind of went farther again, so it looks like they maybe got like a really big boost towards the end. 815 and 835, but they didn't. They kept continuing. That's weird. We're gonna have to figure out why they kept continuing. Lonely Boy's distance less than 820. I guess that's it for this video though. We can work on this in the next video. But we got them moving at random speed. In the next video we'll hopefully figure this out, and we're also gonna make it a little easier to see how much they're moving forward as the race progresses. But yeah, that's it for part 4 or 5, I don't know. I'll see you in the next one.